Testing mic. A little bit of a different one today. We're headed to the gym. It's
Back at it
5 a.m.
again.
and we thought we need to get to these questions. Do you use eyeliner? Trump or Kamala?
If it wasn't gonna cause such an uproar, I'd dress as Diddy.
Nuclear war is getting more likely by the day.
Let everybody do whatever the they want. Believe whatever you believe.
Woo! We've got at least about 3,000. We're gonna go to the gym, make some pre-workout first. We'll answer some questions along the way, starting with, are you skibbity?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
What do you think about thick of it, KSI?
Well, I think the more interesting question should be aimed at you. What do you think of thick of it since, you and KSI?
I mean, I've stated it publicly many times.
Oh, everyone hates KSI's new song, but when you actually analyze these lyrics, they are genius.
Do you like it or not?
I'm not a fan of any of KSI's music.
Damn, classic hater. Next question.
What about me? I get any questions?
You got any questions prepared?
I have next question now, buddy.
You've got no... I turn up and I was wondering why this man was so hesitant to give me his pre-workout. He is scraping the bottom of the barrel. Damn, times are hard, huh?
All right,
I guess
next question. How much trend?
Ooh, I think about 10 ounces in the morning, some at night, sometimes at lunchtime too.
I usually like trend in the liquid form.
Oh yeah.
I mix it in usually with, coffees or like a matcha drink.
But in all seriousness, for that question, it's fine for me to say lifetime natural because people will believe me. But for you, it's just been ever since you started working out, you've been throwing these accusations. And I think at this point you've stopped denying it. Well, no, you are natural, but you've stopped denying it as in there's no point.
Back then I used to think I wanted to be like a fitness influencer person. And if someone questions if you're natural or not, you're like, oh my God, you're clutching your pearls. So now that you're not actually in it, it's I don't give a fuck. People think whatever they want, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Obviously I know your genetics, we have very similar genetics, but if I didn't know that you were natural, I'd look at you and be like, nah. It's like when you're lean, I'd be like, nah, this bro is definitely on something. Oh my God, maybe a bit more water in that.
That Gatorade.
That's strong. My face is tingling because pre-workout. You know what? I stopped taking pre-workout for a long time. And now the last 2 days that I've been influenced by you in your car, I'm back on it. It's ridiculous. They want to know, and this is a big one, iOS or Android?
It's a pretty easy, straightforward answer for me. iOS all the way. But I know you've been dabbling in the dark arts for a minute.
The dark arts. The Android community, so much better. They welcome you in with open arms. This is Dylan's new camera quality. That is the Apple community right there. Buzz, are you twins?
Man, I got so many of those on my phone.
Yeah. I mean, should we finally just say the truth? I mean, because I feel like we haven't addressed it a lot. But no, we're not twins. We're not brothers. We just met each other a long time ago. And we're like, damn, you look real similar to me. How do I become successful?
Man, just got me thinking about a Diddy motivational speech.
What?
That you know one thing. I want to make sure that you know that you are great, that you are powerful.
Okay, first of all,
so many Diddy motivations.
if anyone goes to our DMs, you will be shocked because that is all this man sends me now.
I don't even know if it's him actually talking or if they AI'd it. All right, real answer, consistency.
Yeah,
That's the only thing you need to be successful, I think. Just keep at it. Whatever you're doing every single day.
and what really helps with that is a passion. What was the first job you wanted to do before content creation?
I wanted to be a celebrity personal trainer. That was my dream.
What was your...
A trainer to the stars.
What did I want to do? There was actually quite a few things. One of the first ones, one of the jobs that I really liked was working at a cinema. I thought that would be really fun. I wanted to do being a postman. I thought that was a really cool one because you didn't have anyone. Like, I wanted to be a postman at the time when I was working retail because I hated getting oversight from my freaking managers. Like, you do anything, they're always watching. I was like, imagine when you could just walk the streets. Then I wanted to be a personal development coach, which is the most recent job before I'm doing what I'm doing now. And that's what kind of led me into making videos, because I needed to make videos to attract clients. All right, let's answer one more before we get into the gym, because we're pulling up. What's your favorite platform? How about let me answer, because we know Elliot's gonna say YouTube, correct?
I was actually going to say TikTok.
You weren't.
I was going to say WeChat, actually.
And behind closed doors, if you only knew what this man had to say about TikTok, you would assume that I would say TikTok because that's what's been my main platform. But funnily enough, I do say YouTube as well. It is king right now.
All right, since you got all of the questions in the car, let me whack some out while we're warming up. This one's really convenient. Arm workout example.
Well, that's what we're training today.
Literally what we're training today. Why aren't you collabing more often? This is where we collab. I don't know if you've seen the Pagebros channel, but we post here weekly. And we got that consistency now. So bottom line is subscribe to the Pagebros. We've got some insane stuff coming up.
Chongqing, that's all I'm gonna say.
What age did you start lifting?
Pretty much as I was a babe in a suckling. About 15, I think.
I think I was 13 or 14. I started like a bit before you.
Yeah, you did.
Tom said, what car do you have?
Oh, pretty good one. So I have a 2016 Mercedes A-Class.
23 Model 3 Performance in space gray.
It's a beauty, ain't gonna lie.
All right, well, let's say we move to the US. Cybertruck, Model Y.
Oh. I mean, we'll feel like we'll get to that.
What song are you listening to right now? So this is your gym playlist.
It's the choir version.
I'm listening to Tyler's new album.
You wanna know what football team you support? Well, that's how it starts. You know, it's a terrible team when it starts with well.
Used to be Man United, and I guess it still would be, but I mean...
You've fallen off the old football wagon.
They are not the team I would remember supporting.
Oh, that is for sure. Probably already know if you've seen any of my videos. Arsenal all the way. Next question. Who had better grades in school?
Oh, you. By a long shot. I don't even know my times table.
Well, to be fair, he did have it a lot harder because when we came to England, he basically came in halfway through his GCSEs, whereas I had the full 2 years that you're supposed to have.
Next question, Messi or Ronaldo?
Yeah. Who I think is a better player is one thing. Who I think I like better is another thing.
Just Messi or Ronaldo? Why you ramble and complicate
Ronaldo.
it? Amen. Sui 7, what workout program do you follow?
Good old Mr. Nips.
Mr. Nipples, Jeff Nippert, pure bodybuilding, phase 2. We ran phase 1 and now we're on phase 2. Shout out to Jeff, dog. Shout out to Jeff.
Next question is, who can bench press more?
Me.
What is the max you've hit?
115, wasn't it?
115?
I think so.
Yeah, I've only hit like...
Maybe 120.
Yeah, that would be crazy. 120, I don't know about that. I've just got over 100. So yeah, it's pretty significant. All right, that's it for the workout. Now head back, I reckon, have a coffee and answer some more questions.
You might as well go first.
First question, least favorite Apple product. I know yours.
Easy. AirPods Max.
AirPods
I think they are not just the worst Apple product, I think they're one of the worst products.
One of the worst products made, to be fair. I'll let you explain that.
Price to
Yeah.
all of the downsides compared to like definitely something I regret buying. It's $500. It's too heavy. They always fall off or hurt your head.
My least favorite Apple product, probably the keyboard or this. Or the iPhone 16.
Damn.
Why did you move to the UK?
Basically, our parents are English. They decided it was time to come back to the UK.
We actually wanted, because we didn't really get a proper education in South Africa. And one of the things was to get our GCSEs in the UK, which they were supposed to be good for, you know, getting a job and like college and stuff. And so Elliot came 1 year before his 2 years of GCSE. So yeah, right in the middle of it, which kind of fucked him. I luckily got 2 in there.
This one's not really a question, but I feel like it needs to be addressed. People see me watching Elliot and be like, the fuck? He copies that dude from TikTok who does news.
Yeah, this needs to stop. I mean,
I don't know, it's kind of good though. I get a lot of engagement. The Walmart version of Dylan Page would be like the TMU version. And it's kind of funny. But the thing is, it's not based on like I don't copy your like we do completely different things.
Yeah.
But as soon as I do short form, I think because I look like you.
And you speak like me, you sound exactly like me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I know whenever a video you've got on TikTok is doing well, because my mentions, I wake up and it's like, Elliot. This one was based on the last question. South Africa or England, brackets, based on vibes exclusively. I think that's a pretty easy question, isn't it?
South Africa.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
vibes were pretty lit there.
That was one thing I always remember saying when we came over. It was like, there's never, like you'll never meet people like in South Africa. It's such a unique, I mean, because there's so many different cultures as well. Will Elliot accompany you to North Korea? Well, that was going to be yes, but lately there's been some issues with that, as we'd all imagine. If you are someone from like any of these 42 countries that have a visa waiver program with America, if you go to North Korea, Cuba, Somalia, and a few others, it's so difficult for you to then go to the US. And the US is like the #1 place that we want to go to right now. Oh, how did you start content creation?
Well, basically I was living in Australia and obviously because it was like a working holiday visa, so I was there for a year. I didn't have a job out there. Or actually, I got fired. I did have a job. I got fired.
I got you a job in a call center with me. When he came over, I gave this man a lifeline. I threw him one of them dinghies. And bro got fired.
Yeah, I wasn't making enough sales. Either way, I had spare time. I was like, I love YouTube. I've always loved YouTube, watching YouTube videos. And I've always been into fashion and sneakers. So I was like, hey, let me give this a shot. I just got a brand new pair of shoes out there. It's the Nike Element React shoes. And I was like, whew. So I was like doing a video of like those. I was like, let me just review them.
Somewhat similar. It was also in Australia. And it was just one of those things where I knew the current job that I was doing, which was cleaning, wasn't going to be, you know, my career. And so I was always working on something. And I think we both were like content creation no matter what, because it's the best job in the world. And we kept with it and we made it work. What were your goals before starting content creation? Have you achieved them? Do you regret anything? I think it's one of those where I didn't have a specific goal when I started. It always was just like, can we make this work? Can we make it a career? And so like, yes, tick, we've made it a career. So that's the #1 thing.
I always told myself I don't want a specific goal, but whatever I end up doing, I want to have more time and more money. And that was always like the North Star.
Do we regret anything?
I don't regret anything.
I don't know, because there's always these little points where you hear people like, I never regret anything because it's made me who I am today.
I regret buying those AirPods.
Maybe starting the process of creating our brand, Unlucky Cloud, a little bit earlier.
God, have we announced that?
I'm glad that we took time with it because it is something that we are so freaking proud to put out, rather than like a lot of creators that just like chuck something out. I mean, it sounds pretty cliche, but
It's been a year or two in.
it's been 2
in the
years.
yeah.
I looked at my freaking thing and there was us working on this goddamn sheet like in January 2021. I was
Yeah.
like, what the flip?
But that's the cost of creating something that's like every single bit of this when we actually launch is going to be something that we really like.
It's 9 o'clock. Let's get our day started. Elliot, you go off to do your shoes. I'll go off to see what the world is collapsing
Shoes and
today.
news.
Shoes and
Shoes
news.
and news.
We're
Finished
at the
our
end of the
day.
day. And so we're going to answer some last questions. And we'll make these ones extra juicy.
What color would you or wrap will you put on your Cybertruck when you get it?
I think we'll just keep it the same. Because that
Yeah.
silver is goated. Which brother has the best haircut? They're pretty the same, to be fair. I guess a preface would be both of our girlfriends cut our hair. And this has been like years in the making. Like we both decided way back in like 2016 or something in the broke days that the prices for haircuts were getting too high. And back then they were only £10. I don't even know what the price is, but someone said the other day that it cost them close to £30 since we've last got a haircut.
Trump or Kamala?
We'll say after November the 6th.
Damn, I don't know if we're gonna have time for this one, but what are you going to wear for Halloween?
If it wasn't gonna cause such an uproar, I'd dress as Diddy. No, but for real, I've seen people literally dressing as Diddy, and there's like the Diddy mask and stuff, and I think it's hilarious. So we don't know what we're doing for Halloween, I don't think. Oh, what about this one? What is your best memories with your bro? Man, we've got too many. We haven't not done anything together since freaking day one. So the amount of memories we've had together is just too huge. I think one of them that immediately came to mind was LA.
I was gonna say
LA together, yeah. So it was about 2 years ago now, or just 1 year.
Yeah, probably 2 years.
Yeah, we basically did our first like international trip together, just us two.
Yeah.
And it was for a represent event, and we went for about 4 or 5 days, and yeah. That was a time.
sick.
That was our first real experience of America together as well. And we've always we wanted to go to Chick-fil-A and all of that.
We were up in the morning. We hopped on these scooters. We went to like IHOP. We went to In-N-Out, and we were just like trying all of these things.
We freaking scootered through the homeless encampments at like 5 a.m.
A couple of weeks now, we're going to not only Las Vegas together, but we're going to Houston together as well.
How about Dylan makes sneaker news videos for a week, and you do world news? That should be a video
Yeah.
idea. We swap content channels.
To be fair, if you ever do see a video, because we've spoken about this before. In fact, I even did a segment on one of my videos where Elliot just randomly read a line and I never addressed it. It was just like, it was just me, and then randomly Elliot said a line. But yeah, we if you ever see a video titled "We Swapped Lives for the Day," I think you'll know
That would
we
be
actually did it. Because
crazy.
I think I could do a fun sneaker reveal.
Are you guys the same shoe size, and do you let him take any shoes?
We are the same shoe size, which is so perfect because yeah, I borrow Elliot's shoes all the time. Favorite foods, and because of in particularly going to Austin, Texas, it is now barbecue.
I would say barbecue, but since you picked that, I'm gonna say fried chicken.
Fried chicken first.
Fried
second
chicken,
barbecue.
hot honey, buttermilk biscuits, maybe some cornbread, although that's typically with barbecue.
Ooh, yeah.
That's all-time favorite meal.
Yeah, those
Easy.
two, killer.
Do you use eyeliner? You will be shocked at how common of a question this
It's
is.
because both of our hair is significantly lighter than our eyebrows and eyelashes. But no, it's just one of those genetic things where
Proof.
you have to pull out your eyebrows. No, rip out an eyebrow, dog.
Wait, is it gonna pick it up? Can you see that eyelash? Which of you inspired the other to start making videos?
Elliot started first, for sure. You always spoke about like, man, I want to just start a YouTube channel, just like doing, I don't know, someone like talking about sneakers. And I was like, man, everyone has started a YouTube channel. Like, come on. We got to do something a little bit different. And then you just kept on plugging at it. And I think I was a full year until I started making content of my own. And I started Instagram, then I started YouTube. Both failed miserably. And then I finally started on TikTok.
Would you say I inspired you?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Your story of how you grew on social media is still an inspiration. And I still tell that to other people as like the way that you do it. Where it was just like, it took you a year to get to 1,000 subscribers. Like, that is insanity that you kept on doing. It doesn't make any sense.
The way, like, when I was making videos, I never created a video thinking about, like, can this go viral?
Yeah.
And then when you were like, I saw how you were crafting your videos and, like, you're like, can this go viral? Can this be the next big piece of content? And that to me was like, damn, okay, now I need to pay so much more attention to my scripts and, like, framing everything. And that was something that helped me massively with short form content, which you obviously perfected by the time I started even thinking that it was a good idea to do short form content.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll be living out in Texas. I got me a Cybertruck. I hit up a barbecue place on the
Terry
weekends.
Blacks!
I got a smoker of my own at the house.
Ideally, I would love to see Pagebros thriving on a ranch. I kind of like the idea of being on a ranch, having a few dogs, having a few goats.
Pagebros turns into a farm channel where we build a farm together, we raise goats. Are you guys gonna come back to South Africa and to shoot content or something?
Yeah. I mean, the dream would be to go back to like our old school, the old house that we grew up in, see some of like our OG friends. That would be insane. But we want to save that till like Pagebros is thriving and it's like a big deal and we go and make some crazy content and like document the journey. Because imagine doing all of that and not having it for the next, 10 years to watch again.
And that is that. No more questions. I'm done talking. You know my entire life now.
Okay, so explain why we're in different clothes. Basically, the camera died as we were like finishing up, and then we
know we got sick and tired of answering questions, so we decided, we'll just quickly record an outro. See you later. Bye.
Wow, well, that's a bit. All right, well, that's the end of the video.